Japan is a really beautiful country in my perspective. It has fresh air, fresh water, and fresh gardens, and beautiful trees and plants. But time has changed, so that's why to move into another country. Then I'll return to Japan after I explore. My name is June, and I'm a grade blue Huron. I've been in Osaka, but the time has come to explore and migrate to America. I've always been interested to go into Tokyo. My mom and dad told me to go to Hawaii. They said it's really good and a lot of birds to be friends with. I flew through Osaka and saw a giant park. A lot of people were playing in there. I could even hear them screaming. Suddenly, someone was screaming my name and instantly know who it is. June, wait for me, he screamed. He's my friend. His name is Ichigo. He's always been really energetic and he's my best friend. Can I come with you on this trip? Please. No, you cannot come with me on this trip if you don't have permission from your parents, I said. I'm afraid they're going to scream at me for getting this idea. He coming with you, he begged. And why do you want to come with me? After this talk, I reached my house and said goodbye to Ichigo. The next day, I packed some food and for the flight and said goodbye to my house for now. I took off with a whoosh into the sunlight. Finally, I reached Tokyo and saw the famous Tokyo Tower. It was the biggest tower I've ever seen. It looked busier than Osaka. There were a lot of people and cars. The smell of food made me hungry since I haven't eaten overnight. It made me even more hungry. I'm in Tokyo looking around for food and water. But fortunately, I found some. I look around some more and I see some beautiful flowers. They look like sun and smell so good. I look around to see more, and I see another great blue heron, whose name is Ichigo. I go over to him and, did you get permission from your parents to explore America? Of course. They think it will be good for me to get out of Japan. Go explore too. I said, it was excellent. I had a plan to fly over to Hawaii and rest and make our way to the Gulf of California. I said to Ichigo, we will leave tomorrow at 7 sharp and wake up at 6:30. He said, okay, but I trust you. You will not leave me. I will never do that to you. It's 6:30 and I do not see Ichigo. Then I see him flying over my head and said, you ready or what? Yeah, I said. Fly off during the sunrise. I feel so good. I'm finally leaving Japan.
I'm flying over the Pacific Ocean and I see a fish. It looks so good, so I need to get it. I swoop down and then suddenly I say to myself, how can I swoop down like this into the water? I don't care because I need to get that fish. I swoop in the water 5 feet down. I caught the fish and ate some of it and shared the rest with Ichigo. We finally got to Hawaii and I see a huge flock of birds, and I think they are northern marker birds. I go over to say hi, then the mom says to us, get out of our territory. This is our land, not yours. I say, fine. If you want to be mean to us, then I will leave this instant. I think my mom was lying about the nice birds in Hawaii. They are so mean. I go over to find food and water, but then I run into another northern market bird. This time the bird is nice. She says, hi, welcome to Hawaii. Do you want me to show you around? By the way, my name is Blake. Sure, Ichigo said. We are in Honolulu, the most city-like in Hawaii. Blake told us it only has a few tall buildings in this place called Honolulu. I saw the beautiful sea with a lot of people on the beach. Tim told me that it would be hard to find shelter here in Hawaii because of how little we know about this place. Blake, do you know anywhere we can find shelter? Ishogo asked. Of course, you can live in those trees under the Diamond Head. At least that is where we live, Blake said. The Diamond Head was a giant mountain that looked like a big diamond. In the legends, people think that there are more diamonds on the mountain, but they found out that it was not diamonds after all. As we reached the Diamond Head, Blake showed us where we can live, and we thanked Blake for showing us where to live. It was a tall palm tree as we rested for the night. The sky was a lot of color. It had purple, red, and more. The sky looked so low that I can reach it. After the wonderful night, we decided to move on to get closer to Mass.
As we left the island, Ichigo told me that he wanted to go back to Hawaii again too. As we made our way across the ocean, I started to play games like trying to catch other people's feathers. As the time passed, we started to see land, and we flew as fast as we could to go to the land so we can rest for the night. After we got there, we had no strings to talk and went to sleep right away. After the rest, we wanted to go to South Carolina because it's a good state that was close to Mass and Union. It was a long flight, and we stopped to pick up some food in the night. It was some apples and fish we caught on the way. About 20 hours of flight. we got to South Carolina. It was starting to get a little cold too. We rested on the tree. That was really green with a lot of place to rest, and leaves to cover us. We finished food with a full stomach, and we were filled with energy from the food. We slept for 8 hours. Then we started to head for Newen. Hey June, how many hours do you think until we reach Newen? Ichigo asked. I think about 2 hours to reach Newen. I told Ichigo. It wasn't a long flight to Newen, but I feel like it forever to reach the city called Newen. I feel like my feathers got thicker as we reached Newen. I guess this is where we're supposed to go, Ichigo said, and I agreed to it. As we tried to find a place to live, we found a tree to cover us with as we sat on the tree, thinking about how fun this trip was too. I wish the trip could be this fun too.